So Chris, let me ask you something. One of the principles I always talk to church planters about is if I were to plant all over again, I would invest my time more so in disciple makers. I'd want to be measuring how many disciple makers do I have? Who are my disciple makers? And what am I doing to make them better at making disciples? And so, right now you're in the trenches of church planting, and you're in that core development stage. You got 30 people or so. And I know you're a disciple maker at heart. What are some things you're doing right now that is discipling your disciple makers? What are some of those specific things you're doing?
Yeah, that's a good question. About every week or two, I meet with a group of guys, a handful of guys who have a huge heart for Jesus and a desire to share him with others. And I'm just fanning that to flame. Grabbing coffee, lunch, something, talking about life, talking about what's going well, but then encouraging them in that direction, and also encouraging them to grow in their leadership so that they can lead others to know Jesus too.
That's good. But what type of leadership stuff are you doing with them as well? Because I know you're doing some things to really challenge your small group leaders, and what are those things you're doing to develop them?
So we're going through, we identified 5 competencies that a small group leader would need to be able to do if they want to thrive in that role.
Yep.
And I just get together with these actually same group of guys, and we look at one competency each time, and we talk about it, and we talk about what does Jesus have to say about it. We discuss an article around it, and then share our personal experience trying to live that competency out over the last week or two.
A lot of church planters, I think they're afraid. Here's the principle I think is so important. We have to spend a disproportionate amount of time with the few in order to impact the many. And I think a lot of church planters are afraid to do that. What's the response of these leaders that you're pouring into, these few? What is their response to you developing them and spending so much time with them?
Oh, they're over the moon, excited. I mean, they're pumped out of their mind. They seriously are. One guy, Alex, shared that because of the conversation we had around leading a meeting and facilitating discussion, that he practiced it at work. And his boss, who doesn't normally do this, reached out to him after the meeting and said, that was the best meeting we've had. I want you to lead more meetings.
No way.
And he was so just pumped that what we were talking about was impacting his life at work. Yeah. There's another guy, Zach. He is just on fire. Can't wait to lead. He's going to step into leading the group by himself for the first time this coming week. Wow. And he's so ready for it. And he is inviting his neighbors, his friends, his family who don't know Jesus to join him. And his confidence has come as we've walked together and followed Jesus in that way.
Man, that's so cool. I mean, you're not teaching people how to turn ministry widgets, You're teaching them to live that biblical lifestyle of leadership. The payoff of that for your church plant for years to come, oh my gosh, you're building the DNA of significant discipleship right from the beginning, and the payoff's going to be huge. I love that.